A paradox of this strikingly beautiful god, he is always disappointed in love. The women to whom he is most attached always escape him inexorably. The most famous of these unconquered women is the nymph Daphne. Daphne spends most of her time hunting. However, one day, Eros, the young god of love, who Apollo constantly teases for his weak archery skills, decides to play a game on the proud seducer. He pierces Apollo's heart with a golden arrow, which makes him fall in love with Daphne. Then he strikes Daphne with an arrow of lead, which renders her insensible to love. Apollo tries to court Daphne, but she obstinately refuses him. To avoid the god's persistent advances, she flees. Apollo chases after her. The nymph plunges through the forest until, as her strength fails her, she collapses onto the bank of the great river Peneus. With Apollo only a few steps behind her, Daphne fervently calls upon her father, the god of the river Peneus. And the god hears her. In a thunder of water and spray, Peneus surges out of the water, and with the point of his scepter touches her breast, just at the level of her heart, right where Eros's arrow had struck. The beautiful Daphne feels her members stiffen. Her fine tunic slides from her haunches and her body suddenly becomes covered with rough grey bark. Her arms stretch out into branches, her hands become vines. Her blood turns into sap, and her ankles enroot themselves in the warm grass of the riverbank. Her father has just changed her into a magnificent laurel tree. Apollo rushes to her, but too late. He can only grasp the smooth, frozen trunk. Under the bark, he feels Daphne's living heart beating. Beaten, broken, Apollo picks a branch from this laurel and decides that from now on, a branch of this sacred tree will decorate his lyre and adorn the heads of poets. Turbulent, violent. It is time for somebody to bring this overtly impulsive god to heel. Who could be better placed than his father, Zeus?